Assalamu alaikum.
Salam alaikum salam. Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry about this running around trying to figure out how to start this thing, but I'm thankful that you can get it started and we can start this interview,
Yes,
inshallah.
worked out well.
Okay. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Al-Layth. I am the owner, the founder, the honcho, head honcho, whatever you want to call it, at Art and Fann. And I run these live interviews every Saturday to introduce the world to artists that are up and coming, and I feel that need some kind of spotlight on them because they don't have enough on them. And Islamic arts is a very under it's a very, I don't want to say underrated, but definitely an art form that is not well known. And my job is to make sure that people know it. So this artist here will inform us about our art and inform you better about what this Islamic art is all about, because it's definitely not just lines on paper. It's a lot more deeper than that. So with further ado, let's start with the interview. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you for that.
Introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself.
Yep, sounds good. So my name is Aya. I live in Sydney, Australia. And I do. Sorry, is the voice echoing for you?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay. No worries. So I live in Sydney, Australia, and I draw and paint Islamic geometric patterns. I'm very much interested in Islamic art in general, so I'm trying to delve into the different parts of it, such as the geometry, the calligraphy, also the biomorphic patterns. But yeah, I'm fairly new, not that new. I've been doing it for about a year now, but I have been doing other types of art pretty much all my life. I did it a lot in high school, and after high school I studied graphic design, so my background is in graphic design. And I also studied social science, and that's my area of work, in a bit of the real world, like my full-time job is in social sciences. Yeah.
Okay, your real job. Okay, mashallah. So tell us, you mentioned that you've been only doing this for about a year or so. I noticed though on your page that you've been doing a lot of photography before that. And even in your description, you mentioned photography. Was photography a reason for you to get into this, or how did that come about? How did photography curtail into geometric art?
Yeah, so photography was my long-time passion for long ago, alongside, so I was doing a lot of traveling and to Islamic countries as well, and that's where I was exposed to the Islamic art.
Okay.
So they're not really connected to each other, but in the end, the photography did help me to start paintings, because I used a lot of my photos for references.
Okay.
So they came in real handy. I used to do the photography. I'm really interested in the architecture, photography of architecture, as well as landscape photography.
Okay.
And I remember in 2014, and I had mentioned my stories as well. Some of my followers. I bought a whole bunch of resources from Iran, teach how to do geometry.
Okay.
But I just never did it because I was still at uni at that time. And then as soon as I finished uni, I got a job, and I just got a job, and I just never made the last year I did. So I did always have that interest in learning drawings, but I just never sat down to do it.
Okay.
And now I find that very. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You find what?
Very frequently, I just sit there and go through my archive of photos. I don't know why, but I used to get really up-close pictures of the geometry and of the Islamic art, because I was so fascinated by it.
Okay.
And now it comes real handy, because I've got this whole archive where I just scroll through at the geometry in a really different way now that I've learned how to draw it. So they've come together, kind of.
So you have a growing appreciation of the architecture itself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think definitely once you once anybody is involved in trying to replicate or even understanding what people do, then that's when they actually grow an appreciation for it. And I think that's that's what you're seeing there. I noticed a picture of a lady.
Yes.
I'm not sure if she was in Iran. I want to go on a limb and say that she was in Iran. I'm not sure, but she was painting, and you said woman goals, right? It goes 100%.
I forgot about that.
Okay, I'll remind you now of that. So what that was that seemed to be some kind of inspiration for you to go in there. Am I right?
Yeah, that was actually in Cappadocia in Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of photos of that artist and some other artists there. It's funny you mentioned that because looking back, I didn't realize that I was so into it. I just was fascinated by it. But yeah.
Okay, mashallah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting that you mentioned the caption as well. Makes what I'm doing today a lot more meaningful when I look back.
Yeah, it seems like that was your subconscious, I guess, playing out later on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you say that since you only started within the last year or so, was it because of Corona, because of having to sit at home for some time, and that got you that made time for you to be able to go in? Or what changed in the last year that got you into art all of a sudden?
It wasn't actually Corona because Corona hadn't started yet. I think it was maybe May or June last year.
Okay.
I don't really know. I always think about it. I think I was just bored one day.
Okay.
And I had a book on my bookshelf that was called Islamic Geometric Patterns, and it teaches you how to draw them. So I just grabbed that book. I'm like, I've had this book for about 5 or 6 years. Let me see what's actually. And I followed the instructions. And it was since then. And a lot of people who do geometry say it's addictive, and it really is. It's so enjoyable, and it's so rewarding when you draw all the lines and a beautiful pattern. Make a tessellation of it, and you transfer it. Make a whole other bigger pattern. Yeah.
Good, nice. I have to admit that I have a lot of books that I've not read, and I've had them for a good 10 years. So you're not the only one.
Yeah, we're all guilty of that.
Yeah. You can see just a few of the books I have behind me that I bought a long time ago in Damascus. I've still not gotten to them. I guess because I'm married and I have work and I have my daughter to take care of, and I just don't really find the time. But inshallah, I will get to them at some point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Your photography. I want to give you some advice in terms of your photography and your art. I think you actually do very good photography. I think it's actually pretty nice. If I didn't know that you did art, I would say that this girl was a true photographer, and what you initially had on the page, maybe a couple years ago, what have you. I would say either so you get maximum attention, either you separate the art page, the photography page from the geometry page, or you order it such that it's in the predictable pattern. Maybe all the right side is photography, and maybe the art related to that you've drawn comes afterwards. So people can see that this inspires that or what have you. I think people will be able to grow appreciation for both dimensions of you, as opposed to, because now all your photography is below.
Yeah,
and people don't see that unless they scroll down. And people are very impatient online. They don't look. They don't look for anything. To grow that appreciation, because I would assume that you still do photography, right?
At the moment, just because of Corona, I don't, but I still have a lot of photos that I haven't posted.
Okay.
But that's really good advice, because I actually had that problem where I still even painting photos, I used to upload some photography, but then I'd look back at my feed, so I'd go back and delete them. But yeah, I guess if I organize it in a way where it looks neat.
Yeah.
It looks neat, and pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, I think.
And pleasing to the eye, then
Yeah. It's not that it's messy, but it's just people don't understand that you have these two dimensions with you there. So to put them like in a predictable pattern will make people understand that you always do that and you're still continually doing this as well side by side. And this one really inspired the other one. I mean, that's really the case in this in terms of when it comes to your art. Let's go back to geometry now. How, besides the books that you saw and the architecture you saw, did you actually study with any teachers? Because I noticed some people that I like following your page. I'm not sure if I want to mention them, but definitely some of the bigger people when it comes to geometry are actually following you. So did you study with some teachers at a school or anything, or is it just natural, comes naturally for you?
I didn't study. I am actually doing now free online classes.
Okay.
Which turned out to be a bit overwhelming. I'm falling behind in all of them. It was just too much on top of full-time work. I haven't studied with anyone. I just post the pictures and put the hashtags. And I guess it gave the photos some exposure. Painting some exposure. I did early on connect with Samira Mian. She actually saw one of my drawings and started giving me some tips.
Okay.
And since then, I would message her every now and then. And I don't know if that's what made the photos have a bit more exposure. But I haven't taken any courses or met anyone in the geometry community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Miss Samira, Lady Samira, I call her. She's not a small personality or small person when it comes to geometry. She's somebody that I definitely respect when it comes to art. So that
me too, definitely. And I think what allowed me to learn geometry, it's purely her website. Until now, when people always send them the same link.
Okay.
Sorry, did you cut out there?
Yeah, sorry, I got cut out. I got cut off for a second.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
With Samira, her website, the sole source, not the sole source, but one of the main sources where I just learned and excelled in the learned and found a whole bunch of resources for learning geometry. Until now, every time I get questions of where can I learn this, I send them to her website because the amount of work she's put into that resources pay. It's just a wealth of basically resources that anyone can access and just go from there.
Yes, I've visited that page a couple of times myself, so I definitely understand that, and that's part of why I say that she's not a small personality when it comes to art, when it comes to geometry, definitely, and she's down to earth in this case because she's connecting with you.
She's very funny
definitely.
too. She's very funny too.
Okay. Actually, not to give anything away, but I am going to be doing a new series of interviews, not live interviews, but definitely she intend to interview early on.
Awesome.
She's definitely somebody that I want to get to know better. And yeah, let's leave her on the side for now.
No worries.
We can talk about it later. So I saw you also have a website. The website, at least a store. Is it your store or is it one of those carts?
What do you mean?
Is it your website or is it a cart within like Fine Arts America or Saji or something like that?
Yeah. No, it's just my website.
Okay.
I know it's very basic. It's still kind of in the works, but I just want to get something up for now. But yeah.
Okay. No, I actually think it's pretty neat in the sense that it doesn't distract from the art because you can do a lot with the website, right? And it gets all busy, and then people can't focus on and really tell the difference between what's going on outside and the art because there's no contrast. So the contrast being very simple actually allows people to focus. So you don't need to do anything to that. But I do want to ask, when did you start the website, and how have you been able to move any units in terms of your art? Have you gotten any positive responses when it comes to that?
I started it in April or May this year. I had a few more products on there which were kind of like merchandise. I had tote bags and some phone cases. But because of coronavirus, I had so many problems, especially because in Australia the airports are closed. I had instances where I'd send out and it would just be stuck at the airport for like 2 months, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it as much as I call, and it's not moving. There's no more info. So I just decided to take those down for now. I am planning on bringing them back as well as some other merchandise, but I might just keep it for Australia until at least the airport's open, just to avoid issues where I can't tell someone where their package is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, wow. That's unfortunate, but inshallah things will be opening up soon. I think they found the vaccine, and at least something that's moderately effective. So inshallah things will open up soon.
Looking forward to that.
I did want to mention something about another piece of advice when it comes to selling your art, because you've mentioned that you had bags and what have you, which is very smart, because people like functional art they can actually carry around and they can actually see everywhere with them, as opposed to just putting on the wall. But in terms of all the other things that you have there now, I think you have 4 pieces there, four canvases or what have you. I think what would help you connect with people more, not just with be able to sell, but also connect with you as a person, is to do a lot more process videos.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Because a lot of people might see, you have a piece there that's about 500 and something Australian dollars.
Yeah.
A lot of people are gonna look at that. Who's Aya, and why is she asking for $500, right? Is she crazy, right? Not knowing, the sweat, blood, tears, and sweat that goes into creating such a piece. You understand? And seeing is believing. So if people can see, even if it's just a 2-minute process video, just kind of see what you go through. And I think if you look at Miss Samira's page, if you look at Miss even Maida Noor and what have you, people that are big, they have all these process videos showing people, not not the entire thing, but definitely showing how intricate this work is. I think that would help you as well.
No, that sounds very reasonable. And I totally get it. Because when you look at this piece, you think it's just okay, it's 30 by 30 centimeter painting, $550. I don't get it. But the amount of hours that go into, even before you start drawing, just like with that I try to analyze it myself, hours and hours, just to kind of decode how was this drawn, kind of like a reverse engineering where you try to put some geometric. It took hours, many different tries. Even the last post I posted, which was a drawing of a geometric pattern of a stained glass window. I've been working on figuring out that drawing since August or September. In my spare time, I wasn't full-time sitting there working on this drawing. It took me like four or different tries at analyzing it, just to figure out how it was drawn. Then by the time I figured it out, to draw the lines, and then to put on tracing paper, and then put it onto the actual watercolor paper. The amount of hours that I have went into it, and I haven't even painted it yet. So you're right. I guess the process video would show how much actually goes into it, and why the price is that way.
Yeah, definitely. You just mentioned a lot of things that I didn't even know either. It's not like I'm a big in terms of understanding what goes into geometric art, but definitely decoding is something that I didn't think of as well. But that is something you should let people know, because people might just think you're just tracing off of a picture or something. Right, but you're actually decoding how it's constructed, and then trying to figure out how to get your compass to do the lines in the right way and the right angles, and yada yada yada. So yeah, so all of that, I think definitely you need to let people know. Let people know somehow in your own way.
Sounds good.
Yeah, definitely, and it will definitely move people a lot more to to appreciate your art.
Yeah.
Before we go, I've taken about 30 minutes of your time here, but before we go, I want you to tell us one thing about you that if somebody were to hear it, maybe your followers, even your friends, they'll be surprised.
Okay. Some things are popping into my head, but I'm like, no, that's not surprising.
Not surprising to you, but it might be surprising to other people.
Yeah.
Okay, like for example, I had an artist.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had an artist that that's doing a lot of calligraphy, but she's big into basketball. She was actually she's a hijabi basketball player. She almost went pro kind of thing. So that's something that I wouldn't have guessed. Yeah. Anything.
I'm glad you told me that because I just realized I'm a pretty savvy drone pilot. I have a drone. It's basically a photography drone. I haven't used it in like years because I haven't been out much. But I can do some pretty cool tricks with it, where you like turn the camera and also turn the drone at the same time and do a nice like pan shot.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that surprising?
Yeah, that might be. Well, I guess since you're a photographer, it's not that surprising. But drones are intricate things to deal with. I don't know how to use it, to be honest. So being able to use it definitely is a big thumbs up from me. Yeah, because I don't know how to use it, definitely. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You've enlightened us, definitely enlightened me with a lot of things that I didn't know. Definitely in terms of the decoding the art. I think that's probably the biggest thing I'm taking away from this interview. Besides other things, thank you for your time. And with regards to everybody else, thank you for watching this 16th episode of Art and Fann Live Art Critiques. This will be our last for the season. I will be taking a break because I will be doing some other projects that I will be previewing to you guys soon, inshallah. Make du'as for me. So please watch the other episodes, subscribe to the page, and follow the artists that I've been interviewing. Follow Miss Aya over here as well. And inshallah, we will see you very soon. And sister, please don't forget to post this on your page once we finish the thing. Okay, it's going to give you an option to post the video. So post it on your page. On my
story, you mean?
No, it's going to give you an opportunity to post an IGTV.
Sounds good.
Once we're done.
Right.
Yeah, so post it, I'll download it, and I'll put it on my page, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Alaikum assalam.